more new music.
Right. More.
What did you think about the YG record with Moneybagg Yo and J. Cole?
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Huh.
Little Friday motivation.
What's the name of the record again?
I knew you about to ask that. That's why I'm
Let me
already in
see.
the
Hold on.
process
Let
of
me.
pulling it up right now.
We're on live TV right now, so we're gonna make sure. And I'm sure people in the chat could tell us, but let me see if I can find it first.
Scared Money.
Scared Money. I liked it, but again, I think the highlight. I think everybody's highlight. J. Cole, man, and not just for what he's done on this song. Last week, he gave us a feature with Benny, which I went back and listened to again. He killed. He
Can
killed
we
it.
pause? Can we pause?
Go ahead.
Last week, I was up here saying, I'm like, that's a wash. People was like, Benny killed him. I'm like, no, he didn't. Go listen to the record again. And now you're coming back a week later and you're not even calling it a wash. You're like, Cole got Benny.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
said that he may have them depending on who you like more. I said who you like more on this record is who got it, which is why I called it a wash.
Yo, man, J. Cole was spitting.
He crazy on that record.
He's crazy on that record. And so he shows you that one week. And then the next week, he's giving you this verse on, which I think is an okay YG record, but it doesn't cause for extreme bars. Snapping.
No. It's not a bar song.
It's not a bar song.
It's a bar song. All right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about what you talk about a couple weeks ago with his agility and him being so well-rounded. This is the evidence. Remember when I was asking you for evidence about Nicki? We don't need no evidence of J. Cole's agility. We just got it back-to-back weeks.
I'm a person that has repeatedly said on this show that I don't even think that album for album that J. Cole and Kendrick are in the same class. And I didn't understand the comparisons. Album for album. But now, just with the activity that J. Cole has exhibited over the past 2-3 years and just being able to get on records with pretty much any and everybody and spit. I mean, he's on the Wale record doing his thing too. Crazy. It's like, I got to give it up, man. Like, I ain't saying who's better or who's not, but if somebody feels like J. Cole's better than Kendrick and they're a rap fan, and the proof is there, because J. Cole's not going to go on a record just fucking with you and singing and doing whatever. He's going to get on there and rap, no matter who you are. You could be 21 Savage, you could be Benny the Butcher, you could be YG, and his versatility, it's like something from the 90s, honestly.
Yes.
This is what I was telling you offline. Even with the break that Kendrick has, right? And I don't want to make this about Kendrick because I do want to praise J. Cole, and we should talk about his overall standing since we talked about Nicki's. But even with Kendrick doing this break, and I get it when people say that the way Kendrick puts together albums and formulates albums, it takes time because he usually goes in a theme format, similar to like a stage play in a sense. I get that. That doesn't happen overnight. But one thing he can be doing is getting on these records with other MCs and doing his thing if he's smoking on people's top 5.
So, Mike, do you know what we're really saying with all these J. Cole features? You know what the underlining, what the real undertone is?
What's up?
Stop rapping over your beats so much, because every time you rap over other people's beat, you sound like somebody who could be arguably the best MC in the game. And when you rap like this over other people's beats, for people who are fans of yours that say that you are better than Kendrick Lamar, you give them evidence on all these guest verse appearances. Mike, I told you his best verse to me is a guest appearance. It's on Jesus Piece. It's on the Games album. It's Pray. He shows up and shows out all the time on everybody's shit, but he's usually writing somebody else's beat. I want to hear him writing somebody else's beats for his next project, because you want to know what? Had he done that during these dark ages that I was prefacing earlier, them ages wouldn't have been so dark, because it would have been more competitive catalog-wise between him and Kendrick. He just needs to rap over different producers' beats who are elite. It doesn't matter who it is. He's showing you right now, like in the last 2 weeks, it don't matter who the rapper is. it don't matter who the producer is. If the rapper's elite, if the producer's elite, I can still get on the record and be the reason that the record's being talked about. Apply that pressure, applying pressure, pun intended.
He
Apply
stepped
that
it.
pressure to your album.
He stepped it up for the people that are on the record, right? Like he knew that YG and respectfully, YG and Moneybagg Yo, they're gonna do what they do. He spit some bars, but it wasn't to the level of the ones that he gave on that Benny record, because he knows what Benny does. And that right there just lets you know that, and it's not even done in a way where, again, I hate to keep bringing this person up, where it's like, I'm going to go out here and give you a 32 bar verse and I'm going to start rapping fast and I'm going to try to kill whatever. It's not done in an Eminem fashion. It's done in a way where you're just doing your thing and you're just at a level, man. Like, you don't even have to force feed us the fact that you're spitting. Just listen to the verse.
There's a craftsmanship to that, to the versatility that he's showing. There's a craftsmanship in the technical side to that as well.
And it's interesting too, though. I mean, not to cut you off, because somebody in the chat, they're saying what I've been saying for the past year or two, 3 years, that Kendrick's catalog just trumps J. Cole's.
It does.
It does. What else, though? Like, so, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are the other criteria? Like, let's look at this, like, how Kool Mo D had his list, right? How he had his different criteria and all that. What else outside of catalog is Kendrick beating J. Cole in?
Oh, no. I'm grabbing my pen for the first time in this episode. That is fascinating.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we already got it. Catalog, you got that.
Catalog is
everything Kendrick. Else, what is it?
Who's a better storyteller?
Kendrick's a better storyteller.
Who's a better lyricist?
Shit. I think Kendrick is, personally. What do y'all think in the chat?
When you say that, what makes you say that?
See, I'm going on some, I think I'm going more so on Lyrical Miracle stuff, and I might be wrong.
I think, and most people are going to be surprised to hear me say this, I think this is the closest to a wash as we're going to get between these two, because I think the advantages are succinct on both sides, on both levels. I do think this is a wash, because for the people who think Kendrick is a better lyricist, I understand exactly what they're talking about. But on the other side, for the people that think Cole is a better lyricist, I understand exactly what they're talking about.
I mean, based on the people in the chat, it's looking pretty much a wash. It's back and forth.
Yeah, I told you, this is going to be the closest thing to a wash. So who has a better delivery? Are we putting delivery and flow together? A lot of people do, a lot of people don't.
I think those two are together. I was thinking voice, and J. Cole definitely has the voice.
Cole has the voice for sure.
Yeah.
Does he have a better delivery?
I think Kendrick has the better delivery. Look inside my parking garage and see a collage of every person I despise since the moment I turned 5. Calculate my steps and strategically took my time. Even falling off, I land on the ass of Nicki Minaj.
Okay. Impact.
Impact has to go to Kendrick.
Okay. So what other categories do you want to cover?
Live performance. Versatility. We got another super chat. Let me see what Ray had to say. I got to put this on the screen real quick. Super chat from Ray Realm. Appreciate that. He said there's always a perpetual bleeping sound in the audio. It occurs every video except for when you brothers did the Roundtable. Well, we did that on a different program. I'm going to find out how to actually mute this. The beeping that you're getting is the chat. And people are going crazy in the chat. We do want y'all to continue to comment, but try to ignore that right now, if you could. I'll find out how to, mute that. Unless you want me to try to find out how to mute it now.
We're not doing that. We're not. Friday. Versatility is Cole.
Versatility is definitely Cole. Okay, so go over those.
I thought about? No, Mike, can I bring up something that I think needs to maybe be considered? And I know some people are going to get knocked for it, Mike, but it does matter. We might need to post-date it like post-93, maybe 92. But, Mike, your special guest appearances matter. Because I told you, like, I did a
They
dig
do.
last night. I pulled up Nas's guest appearances. I pulled up Jay guest appearances. And it's like I pulled up 33 Nas guest appearances. And I was like, yo, I'm like, this shit crazy. I'm like, this shit greatest hits. I'm like, and he's been on more bangers than I realized. Like, I forgot in his prime how much like industry work he did. Like, you know, with big people, like The Love Is All We Need with Mary, the joint with Mariah, the Sincerity joint with DMX that like slaps super, super hard. You
Okay,
know, so
guys.
like your guest appearances matter, Mike. Even Rakim, like when I think about Rakim, it's like I be mad at him because he don't do guest shots, Mike. But when he does guest shots, Mike, he shows up. Hoodlum soundtrack, Truth Hurts, the Jody Watley remix. Like when he shows up, he shows out.
Can I announce it to the people that you want to challenge? You want us to challenge Rap Roundtable to a featured versus. So we're gonna use nothing but Nas features and let them use J features. Is that correct?
Mike, we can actually run it however they want to run it. We can run another 20-pack back, or we can go guest appearances, because I'm going to fade them on guest. Mike, we was talking about Missy earlier, right? Hot Boys remix. That's what I mean.
Somebody
Like,
just put that in the chat.
Mike, Nas did more than industry bangers that slapped than people realize. And much like I keep saying, those records held up longer than a lot of those J records. Like I was playing Thank God I Found You with Mariah Carey and Joe and the Nas shit like at like 2 a.m. last night. I was like, I forgot this was a banger.
That was a dope
was a banger.
That was a dope
right.
one.
So
I forgot about that.
Right. So
Son
he's got
scooped the hot one.
Yeah, so he's got some stuff. Mike, you remember Blood Money Part 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, he's got.
Like I said, Fat Joe, John Blaze. But again, if we're gonna do this feature versus, I don't want to give them too much sauce. But
Mike, it doesn't even matter. That's what I'm trying to say.
Man, Jay got a lot of great features, man. I ain't even gonna front.
Mike, Thank God I Found Your remix or Drunk in Love. Right.
If I do say so myself. You know what? I'll say this, man. And I don't want to get too far off. I never liked Jay-Z and Beyonce collaborations, man. I don't.
Mike, ever since he said The Rock handle like Van Exel, that was like the last time it was hot. When he said that on Crazy in Love, it ain't been dope since then.
I remember hearing Crazy in Love for the first time.
Grade You was dope.
This was back when radio had songs first. Remember that? I was in the car and they kept hyping it up like, we got that new Beyonce featuring Jay-Z. You got to stay tuned, yada, yada. And I remember when it got played, I'm sitting here waiting for J-Verse. I was underwhelmed, man. But little did I know, that's probably one of the best verses you're going to get from them two when they're together. I think the best he performed on a song with his wife is Deja Vu. He went crazy on Deja Vu. Ho, flow, someone use your role. Baby girl, you should already know it's, hey, it don't sound as great as I thought it did coming out of my mouth. Now, I think it's the second verse where he was like,
he's the best salesman ever. It's not as good after he sold you the product.
He can sell water to a well, man.
He can sell water to a well. He's a hustler. He's the best salesman hip hop's ever seen.
Yeah, other than that, and I really don't love the Drunken Love verse. I think Hollywood, the song that's on Kingdom Come, I think that could possibly be Jay-Z's worst song.
It's up there.
It's up there.
Up there. There's a lot of 444 stuff to throw in there. But
people are saying Upgrade You is fire.
No,
you like Upgrade You too.
I just said, except for Upgrade You. Mike, to be honest with you, his verse on Upgrade You is his best verse. Like, that's Jay on there. That's like the guy that's on Imaginary Player is grown up now, but like it's the same player though.
Everybody's saying Upgrade You. I like the Carter's album though. I see Ape Shit here. I like the Carter's album.
Well, Ape Shit was overrated, but it's a dope record.
Ape Shit was written by Offset, right? And the Migos wrote.
Something like that. That's how the legend of it goes.
No, I heard the demo track. Yeah, I heard the demo track. Offset wrote Beyonce's verse. I know that.
So we got 8 categories in, Mike. We got Kendrick got 5, Cole got 2, and we got a wash for the lyricists. You want to do 2 more categories?
I'm trying to think. What were cool on these categories? Do
I
we
think
know?
originality was on there, or creativity. Creativity.
Creativity. Let me see what his were. Creativity. We got to get at the Kendrick too.
He made "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe."
Yeah, we got to get at to him too.
I'm
Okay,
saying.
I got the report card right here. It says vocabulary, articulation, creativity, originality, versatility, voice, records, stage presence, sticking to a theme, innovative rhymes. Yeah, I think based on this, Kendrick would win that.
Hold on, who do you have for articulation? I got
Articulation,
Cole.
I got Cole.
For records, you got Kendrick.
Yeah,
Innovation, Kendrick.
yeah,
Creativity, Kendrick.
yeah.
What else?
Vocabulary, I got Kendrick.
No, I'm not giving him that. Actually, I'm gonna
Really?
wash that
Okay.
because your vocabulary ties back into who you are as a lyricist, and they both do that as a high level. Like what Cole just did on the Benny record. That's the vocabulary coming out
No,
and
you're
showing
right.
itself. Yeah.
Originality, man, I might give that to Cole because I hear a lot of 3000 and Eminem and Kendrick. Is that
Agreed.
fair?
Agreed. Even though Cole is off the Nas tree, you don't hear the Nas effect, really.
No,
You
right,
hear
right. Voice,
that's Cole.
gave that to Cole. Versatility,
That's
Cole.
Cole.
We already did creativity, right?
Yeah, that's Kendrick.
Okay. Stage presence, Kendrick. Or
Is
is it Cole? Because
Is
Cole
it?
puts on a great show.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I would actually give that to Cole slightly, though, because Kendrick's pretty dope, too.
But see, Cole performs more. He tours more.
And that's why we're going to give him the edge.
Yeah, we got to. Innovating rhymes.
That's Kendrick.
Yeah,
Duckworth, Mike.
yeah. Ray Realm says, let me put him on the screen real quick. He said if Jay-Z and Nas were to do a versus, it would do themselves as well as the culture and a disservice to contain it to 20 songs. I believe they should do a B-side, 15, and a big record, 15, 30 or more songs. So like the B-side's 15 and you want to do hit records 15. I see what you mean.
I'm with that. I like that motion, actually.
Listen,
like
I was reading some of the comments and some of the things that people had to say about the matchups. Just kind of, I guess, reading people's response to our actual recap. And I think they got it confused saying that we told Rap Roundtable that they couldn't play the jiggy stuff. We didn't say that. What we said was the jiggy stuff does not play well against It Ain't Hard to Tell. So you might not want to play that stuff.
No, Mike, that's why I want to do another 20, because I want them to play that stuff. I want them to play that stuff and watch what happens. Like well, hold on, Mike. I want them, because here's the thing. If we do it again, they can't use the records that they used, and we can't. So we don't have any Illmatic records left except for Represent and One Time for Your Mind, and we're still going to fade you.
You're that confident in that? I don't know.
Mike.
There's a lot that they didn't use. They didn't use Can I Live?
Right. We didn't use Street Dreams. We didn't use the Street Dreams remix. We didn't use Live Nigga Rap. We didn't use Affirmative Action. We didn't use The Setup. We didn't use I Gave You Power. We didn't use Do Rags. We didn't use Purple. We didn't use My Way. We didn't use Find Your Wealth. I can keep going, Mike. I ain't talking about the guest appearances yet. Mike, we didn't use Body in the Trunk off Noriega's album. Well, if they don't want this smoke, Mike.
But if I knew we were going to possibly do another one, I would have approached this a little different.
No. It doesn't matter, Mike. They can approach everything all they want. Mike, I seen the way Sincere was writing. They already know the catalog. They already know what's coming. Because Sincere is going to sit up there and line it up. Be like, guys, they've already used this. It was written time. It's Lost Tapes time. Mike, we ain't pulled one track off of KD2 or Magic.
No.
Mike, what I've been saying all that
or
year.
KD.
What does Jay have? Mike, and I'm going to say it again. What does Jay-Z have for Death? I'm waiting. We didn't use Death Row. Use Death Row Eats. So just let that out there. I let them have it. I'm like, that's new classic shit for you. I'm going to keep that. You can have that. Store Run. Can I introduce you to Store Run? So modern day classic stuff. 4016 built anybody.
You know what? If we're doing that, I kind of want to play the music then. Because I think
I
that,
want to play the music this time.
yeah, or find a way to do so.
Mike, because we actually held more bangers than they did. Like, as far as Nas shit that bangs, we held more than they did. We just played Illmatic shit and won. We can play the shit that slaps. Favor for a Favor with Scarface, anybody? And interest you in Favor for a Favor. Mike, how about New York State of Mind Part 2, Mike?
Also, now you like New York State of Mind Part 2. I love that record.
No, Mike. I like it in Part 2 of the battle.
Yeah, nah, that shit was hard.